What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to Tower Defense Tuesday. This week we're going to be taking a look at a new free-to-play demo on Steam, and that is Core Defense. Core Defense is developed and published by Emperor and plans to release in Q3 of this year. However, right now, you can get a little taste of the game for free in the form of a demo on Steam. Now, Core Defense is a tower defense and strategy game at its core, but it does feature casual and roguelike type options. Now, as you play through Core Defense, you are going to gradually increase your difficulty up. As you see, I am at Overload 5 now. To go up to the next tier, I will have to beat Overload 5. And in the demo, it's going to go all the way up to Overload 20. Now, as you play through each match, win or lose, you are going to earn a score, and your score is cumulative. The more score you add up, the more things you unlock. As you see, I've got 10 of 11 items unlocked. I've got all of the towers unlocked finally, which is kind of awesome. All of the possible abilities. Modules are basically your upgrades, but can greatly change how you play the game. And then I've got most of the mobs unlocked, but still quite a few hidden boss-type mobs here that I have yet to encounter. All the links are down in the description below if you want to check it out. As I mentioned, it is a free demo. I've actually gotten an hour plus of enjoyment out of the game already for free, even though it's in its demo form, and I'm nowhere near getting all the way up to that Overload 20, so I've got quite a ways to go here. We're going to bump it up to Overload 5 for this particular video. Let's go ahead and get things started. Now, when you first start off, you're going to start with 7 free walls, and you're going to get the choice of a starting tower. Man, I'm so tempted to jump on that shuriken, but is that what I want to do? I think to start things off, let's go with a repeater, as it's just a really good starter tower. And you know what? Let's go with the executioner as well. And let's see, the last boss bonus. I'm not really sure what this third choice is from. I'm going to go into repeater damage with it, though. Now, as you see, we've got 7 free walls. So let's go ahead and start kind of creating what we want our maze to look like. I think we're going to do something like this. Then I'm going to block one side, and I'll have it kind of mazed up around this area. And what we can do is just go right like that, just to get through. Now, each wave is super fast. These original starting waves will probably only have 1 or 2 mobs. As you see, 1 mob there. If you go through a flawless wave, you're going to have an additional selection at the end of the wave. Just by clearing the wave, you will have 1 reward. Now, I am going to want a disruptor down the line, but for right now, I'm more concerned about getting my maze set up. So let's choose a wall there. And then let's see, we've got an ability to heal, an ability to slow, or this tower, the Melter. The Melter is a great tower. However, I'm unsure if that's what I want. So I think, just to be safe, I'm going to skip this reward. Now later you can unlock additional things where if you skip a reward you get a wall, various things to unlock as you go through the game. I'm just going to put this wall right here just to make sure everything is pathing around into one direction, and we'll go ahead and continue it along. Now, as you earn towers or abilities, you will cap out and you won't get any more. So you do want to be careful what you choose to make sure it's the towers or abilities that you want to use. You know, I'm a big fan of the tower defense aspect, so I've been using very few abilities, although the abilities are super cool. Not using any abilities, of course, allows me to use more towers. Here we've got something from nothing. You get an extra wall when you skip a reward, so if I skip any rewards after taking this, I'm going to be rewarded with a wall. However, for this one, I think I'm just going to go into executioner damage and start jacking that damage up. Now we've got repeater speed, which is a good one. The Boom Blaster is an AoE type tower. I actually do like this one, but for this run, I'm hoping to get a different set, and we'll see how it builds out. Of course, RNG is a factor. If I don't get the choices that I'm looking for, then of course it's going to be a slightly different playthrough every single time. Now here we got Treasure Hunter. You get a higher chance of uncommons and rares. That seems like a pretty good choice, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that one. And then we've got an ability, Explosive, which you can see this is going to do an area of effect 200 damage. So it's definitely a nice ability to have. And then we've got Hardened Core. Mobs do 10% less damage when reaching the core. I'm going to go full out power here and try to get my Executioner really ripping it out. So we're going to increase that Executioner attack speed and continue on along. Now at any point you can look at all of your individual towers and see where they're at. As you see here, we've got walls. We've got the repeater. You can also choose targeting, closest, lowest health, highest health, or random. Executioner, the same thing. You can pick the targeting there. I'm going to leave them both at close just to hit whatever's coming next. And let's start building out our maze a little bit here. And you know what? I can actually, I'm not going to move anything yet. Eventually, I'm going to move these towers around, and it's very easy to move those as well. Get to it, Executioner. Let's go ahead and jack it back up to 3 times speed too. Okay, now Refine is going to be a module, and it's just an overall damage boost. So it increases all damage from towers and abilities by 4%. That seems like kind of a no-brainer. And remember, I might get this particular module 10 times through the course of the playthrough, and all of these will continue to stack up. A couple more walls, and I feel like I'll be in a pretty good shape as far as the walls go. However, I do need to start getting some more towers down at some point here. Let's get our repeater damage jacked up again. We've got another wall or Executioner speed. You know what? I'm going to go with the Executioner speed this time. Get it attacking a little bit quicker. More than once per second now, anyway. Now, I'm going to need some AoE defenses in here soon, but I just haven't been receiving any other than that Boom Blaster. Let's grab another wall. And you know what? Let's go yet one more. So we got 2 walls here now. And let's see. Do we want to continue it up? You know what? I'm going to eventually want to continue it up on both sides. So let's go ahead and go like that. I am going to go with one more wall, but now, man, I would just really love to see some towers flowing in here. See, we're taking a little bit of damage here. And the hammer. Now, the hammer is a really good single target defense as well. I'm so tempted to snag that up, but I'm hoping to get a little bit more single target going on here. So let's go ahead and grab that wall. Now here is our Disruptor and a Lightning Tower. Both of these I want right now. However, I can only choose one. I think for the sake of this one, I'm just going to go with the Lightning Tower. And now we've got a little AoE in the mix as well. Let's put our AoE right... Let's go right here. Right up front for the most part. Now, the Lightning Tower, of course, is going to bounce from enemy to enemy. I will have to get some upgrades on that to really expand it out. Now, there's a couple of towers I'm looking out for. I'd really love... There's my Disruptor. I'm going to take the Disruptor right now. And a Sniper. That is the one I was about to mention. I love this Sniper Tower. So these are 2 huge upgrades. The Disruptor is basically like a silence. So I'm going to be able to silence the enemy's attacks. And it will silence the enemy's heals as well, because remember, these enemies will be healing each other. So let's go with that Disruptor right up front here to disrupt the enemies as they're coming in, and then we'll go with our Sniper, say, right here. Now, you notice the Sniper range is pretty big. We are going to get that map wide by the end of this. Now, at Wave 13 already, if I would have gotten the Sniper Tower a little bit earlier, I'd already have that range pretty upgraded. However, you got to take them as they come. Now, you see this Executioner has been taking all kinds of damage here. When and if this tower eventually dies, it doesn't destroy the tower. I don't lose it. What it will do is make that tower sit out for 2 waves as it kind of regenerates, and then I'll be able to replace that tower again. And here we go, the Radiator. This is what I was hoping to get. The Radiator it puts a dot on the enemies that does damage over time. They're going to lose 75% of their health over time. So I kind of want to get that going right up front here. So let's put that Radiator right here. And then you know what? I think I'm going to want 2 walls. I think I'm going to want 1 wall right here to protect that Radiator from enemies that are coming up this way as well. Let's see how this Radiator does. I'm definitely anxious to check it out. The healthier mobs in these later waves will start pushing very, very far, and I think that Radiator is really going to help out here. Can we roll rewards 1 additional time per wave? Let's just go right to the Executioner damage. Now we've got an ion cannon. That one's interesting. This is a tower that you actually trigger, and it's going to shoot in a straight line. However, do I want to go ahead and go with a melter? You know, I'm just not sure yet, so I'm going to just skip and pass on both of those. I'd kind of like to get that little shuriken tower now, I think. I'm unsure, but I do like the way the general build is going out. I just got to decide what my last tower is going to be. Or do I want to take an ability? As I mentioned earlier, oh, and there's the shuriken right there. Man, it's reading my mind. Let's go ahead and take repeater damage and get our last resort hitting. Now, the shuriken is exactly what you'd think it is. It's a shuriken tower that is going to throw out shots that will bounce around the enemies, and I don't think I want it right there. I think I want it here, but now enemies that come up this path are going to take shots at it. I think we will risk it and go with it here. Luckily, that enemy gets silenced right away on that outside, but you see some shots went off right here. See, we got lightning damage. We got shurikens bounce farther. That's never a bad idea. Choice overload. You get 1 more reward to choose from. That's not a bad idea either. Now, as you see, our little bar down here is full. Now, this means there's no more towers or abilities. Since I can't choose anymore, no more are going to pop up as choices. So for the remaining 27 waves, it will be all about upgrades from this point on, and I want to get everything as juicy as possible, of course. Now, my Radiator's taking a beating up there. It's debatable if I want to move everything up. So tempted. See, Disruptor, you know what, let's go with... Actually, let's get the lightning stable damage. What this is the lightning bounce damage is going to be modified, and we can get that to where it actually increases. See, then we've got shurikens. Same thing with the shuriken. As they bounce around, they're going to do more and more damage. Now, I'm pretty tempted to move all of this up 1. So, well, actually, let's go like that. And then we'll leave that Executioner down here for that last resort kind of single target damage. Actually, moving it here might be a better idea. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's move it right over here. I hate to have this many in a row because there are enemy attacks that will bounce between them, and I don't want to risk losing everything. Yet I feel like we're going to get more coverage out of that tower by having it over here. Looking pretty good so far. Let's see, Disruptor duration, auto shields. Let's get another stack of auto shields. Sniper damage. Good stuff. The sniper damage goes up pretty heavy each upgrade. If I got that a few more times, I'd be hitting like an absolute truck. Still hitting pretty hard. And you see here's those attacks that bounce around. We actually took a bunch of core damage there. Or it wasn't actually core damage, it was just coming off of our shield. Let's see, sniper speed. Let's go into executioner damage. And let's get that generic 4% to everything here. Now you see, I'm taking a lot of damage here, and it's because that particular enemy had that attack that bounces. So of course, as soon as I mention it, it happens. I'll try not to mention it anymore. Anytime the enemies come from this side, they're being disrupted, so it's no big deal. If I could get a second disruptor and put it over here, then that would make me kind of OP, but that's not an option. No dupes. Let's see. Let's go with the lightning damage. Do we want another disruptor duration? That will get us up to 5 seconds. I think that will be pretty good on the disruptor duration now. I think it will take... I mean, I think 5 seconds is probably a pretty good mark for this amount of gap that we have here. Looking good. What else can we jack up? Executioner damage, the bounce. I'm going to go with the auto shields, though, just for protection. What is the lightning speed modifier like? It's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and take that one. Some of the towers, the speed doesn't feel like it upgrades as much, like the sniper tower, for example. But it's hitting at such long range and hitting so hard. If the sniper speed upgraded more, yeah, I think it would be ridiculously imbalanced. Here's another radiator intensity. Let's go ahead and go with that. Lightning damage. What about the repeater speed? Let me look at the repeater speed as well. That's not a terrible amount. Let's take the repeater speed, and once again, it's just focusing on getting that last resort hitting really, really hard down here, and fast. Yeah, I just need this disruptor to go off a little bit sooner. That poor radiator is just getting handled up here. Alright, repeater damage. Repeater speed masonry. That one's for free walls, isn't it? I don't think I need any more walls. Let's go repeater speed again. And then... let's go with that lightning bounce range again and get those bounces spread out a little bit further as well. Yeah, see, the disruptor on this side, anything from this side is going to basically do no damage to me, because it's going to be silenced for the entire path before it's dead. What does Tinkerer do? Higher chance of rolling core modules. I'm not sure if I need that quite at the moment. Let's get that Executioner speed up just a little bit further, and that lightning speed as well. The lightning will be going off once a second now, so that should be definitely a very nice addition. Disruptor range, yes please. I will take more of that for sure. Man, if I could get just like 5 more of those disruptor ranges, I think it would be just GG at that point. Pretty smooth, that wave. Let's see, Masonry, Tinkerer, Quicken. Quicken is what, attack speed? Let's go ahead and get that attack speed bonus. Lightning bounces, disruptor duration. I think let's get our lightning, the number of times the lightning will bounce, jacked up a little as well. Actually, looks like that radiator has recovered a little. I don't want to jinx it, but it definitely got a little bit of its health back here. I was expecting to lose that. All those heals and shields finally paying off. Alright, disruptor range once again. Thank you so much. Sniper damage. Oh yeah. I haven't gotten many sniper damage choices. Normally I like to get that sniper upgraded quite a ways. I got it a little late this time. But just with that map-wide coverage, it just puts so much upfront damage in. Very nice. And, actually, let's do it again. That will get our repeater damage over 100. I'd like to see it higher than that, but it's working, so I can't really complain about it right at the moment. That radiator tower is just so rewarding. Sniper damage once again. This is going to get us over 300. And then let's get one more bounce out of our shurikens. Why not? We're looking good here. This is the first time I use this little configuration here. It's starting off pretty darn well. Let's see, duration, bounce harder. Let's keep focusing on that last resort damage. Actually, you know what? Let's upgrade that speed one more time on it as well. I tell you what, I love this Radiator. It doesn't shoot out anything or do anything cool or fancy looking, but I just think it's just really powerful. Let's go with that sniper damage. Nanobots, that's more heal. More heal is not a bad thing. Alright, and continuing along, just 2 more waves here, we will be all done. So looking pretty good. Don't want to jinx it. This wasn't a flawless win. We did take a little core shot, remember, back there at the beginning. Let's see, let's get a repeater speed really jacked up now. Is that what I wanted? Yeah, let's go with the bounce further on the shurikens. Get those spread out just a little as well. Help us burn through this wave 50. And here we go. This is a boss man. Just 1 mob. So we got a big meat shield. We're going to be able to see this Radiator really in action on this one since it is based on the enemy's health. And oh yeah, you see it just burning down. That is good stuff right there. Come on, get wrecked, boss. Oh my gosh, is it going to make it? Oh wow. Even after all that, the boss still made it through. Now, I did beat the match. I unlocked a new module, as you see, by going over 15,000 on my total score. And I got another achievement there as well. So definitely a super fun little game. That is a look at core defense. Now, once again, this is just a demo, but it is a free demo. Hop on in and check it out and see what you think. Definitely an addicting game that gives you that just one more map feel. There's just no doubt about it. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button and please subscribe to the channel. It is May 12th, which means it's my birthday. I'm going to be doing a birthday stream later on over on the Twitches, and make sure you swing by and say what's up. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.